put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
3rd and 19. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. First down, Howell to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season has been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Howell from the gun.
Eluding the pressure right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Taken in left side, it's Wilson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jamin Davis.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now 3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jets 3, Commanders 0.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Got a man, that's Lazard. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Deep to return is Darius Davis.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Straight ahead, Gibson. And now off to the races, down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Howell down to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all. But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Powell throwing on first down here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for Washington. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Second down, Howell back to pass. Under pressure, they got him again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing here, Howell. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Gibson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of score a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, Howell.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Howell out of the shotgun.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Rodgers now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Robinson up the middle.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That is caught. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Running right through him. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now Howell.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. O.J. Howard from 6 yards away. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's going up top for Wilson. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Going right back to Dodson. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On the give, here's Robinson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here's 3rd and 7. Off play action. It's Howell. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Running off tackle with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions in what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Well, the defense, they get to Howard. He'll go down here. C.J. Mosley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here comes 2nd down. Powell. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rodgers to throw. Open man is Uzama.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Commander's 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Left side, Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Make them work for it. That's right. It's about
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Try to take this home, they'll run. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Howell. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 37 yards.
Howell with one final shot. And that will be incomplete as time has